Yo, what's good everybody? Today we are playing some more Hogwarts Legacy of the story about the story of Sergei Petrov, the greatest Ravenclaw known to man, the best Russian student in all of Hogwarts, and he'll become the greatest Ravenclaw known to man, even better than Rowena Ravenclaw herself. Other people will fear his name, and we shall begin. Right, so where we left off is we're following a meet
Lumos!
to a
Lumos. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Yeah, we were in we were in astronomy class.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
I mean, I'm not a stargazer.
It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure. Instead, a few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Lumos.
More
So
cobwebs.
basically,
You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
right, so basically where we left off was we were...
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Yeah, right. I'll do it later. So... we left off at astronomy class,
lined up the telescope,
right after
we will be
class,
able to fill out our star chart.
and then a meet basically wants to show me about some ancient astronomy tables, which I'm doing one of these constellations right now. There we go, Alira.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know.
You're not, mate.
It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's.
My
Anyway,
darling.
glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Right, see you later, mate. 300. New quest available. In the shadow of the bloodline. Oh, yes.
Incredible!
Okay. Sebastian might teach us Crucio, I think. I mean, I'm not sure, are they? Is he going to teach me Crucio?
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Shut up, mate.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts.
Oh yeah.
Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Yes.
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse. Also known as the torture curse. Inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Right, okay then.
Over here, quietly. I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Lassie, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the Ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The Ministry will come in later.
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Okay then.
I wonder what happens. That did it.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Right, there we go. We're up here.
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty.
Hello.
Dead end. Must be another way in.
Accio.
I'm in.
That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Depulso. Accio.
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Well, I have Lohamora as well.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Harlow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast.
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get this thing back to now.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blast it! There's gotta be...
Sergei
another way to get up to the
Petrov,
roof.
I'm sorry,
Somewhere.
but it doesn't seem like you are very
I hope Natty stays out
much
of trouble.
in integrity. Right, I forgot. What do I do?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Somewhat up. Up to do what? Because that would be pointless.
Accio. Wingardium Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Wait, I know. There we go. So then... somewhere down. Is this where I'm meant to go? 'Cause doesn't seem like integrity is used in this place. Oh, there we go. Found the way.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Levioso! Not the safest place to sneak into.
Rally behind strangers.
Totalis.
Kill.
Aloha Mora.
There we go, that's the lock opened.
I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
Well, she should be.
Aloha Mora.
Well, there we go, door open. I think this is just for looting purposes. Right, so where do I go?
You're going home in a wooden box! Levioso! Stop that!
Depulso!
What have you done?
Leviosa! Confringo! Findo!
Levioso!
Incendio!
Apparently Glacius Incendio is a very strong combo for no reason.
Aloha Mora.
There we go.
Oh no, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians.
Sadly, I can't. Oh, I actually know, can I?
Rebellion.
There we go. That's all three of the animals.
Highwing, it's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello.
We get to ride Highwing.
Hurry!
Them using the killing curse on us. Using the killing curse is mad.
Ho! Ho!
Thing is, I don't want Highwing. I want my Caligo guy, the Onyx Hippogriff.
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
That's sick.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle.
I mean, is it daytime or not?
This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Okay, see you later. Goodbye. Caligo. Wait a minute, is Caligo male? I just need to know. Cause then I can probably breed them. Which would be sick. Right. There we go. Talents. I mean, Petrificus Totalis Mastery. Maybe later, but for now, the Enduring Curse will do. We'll have to see all that soon enough. And Caligo is male. So that means I can breed Highwing easily without even needing to get anything. Right. Where should we go next?
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Oh, Christ.
Protego!
No, I'm a Protego out of nowhere. In fact, a Bicula Brown. Avian Grey, there we go, that'll fit. Looking at the lost child, the plight of the house elf. Kinda need to do this, you know.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He...
Another Bavarian.
Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
Well, I suppose if looking for Tobbs also allows me to test my enchanted clothing, then I can do it.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Well, I didn't know that it was gonna be that type of quest. Watch me go to the lower child right now, and then Sebastian Sallow's like, right, time for you to learn Crucio. Because if it is gonna be like that, then
Slytherin scriptorium.
told you.
My efforts were in vain.
Sorry, goodbye.
Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. Let's talk.
I told you. I told you this was going to happen. As you can see Crucio in the shadow of the study. So it gives us that. Hogwarts map. And the dungeons. Wherever the dungeons are. Troll in the dungeons. Quad courtyard. I mean, I guess that's near the dungeons, innit?
Confringo! Accio!
What is going on with you? What are you looking for, mate? But I bloody told you that that was going to happen.
You didn't think they're oh so clever. Pete's Escape's the best one ever. Whee!
Peeves is so annoying. I'm gonna kill him. Well, I mean, how could I kill Peeves? I can't really do that, can I? Well, there we go. Slytherin common room. Where are you?
You're here. Brilliant.
I am indeed.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
I mean, he is annoying.
He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
I know he is, and I hate
There he
hate
is.
Peeves.
Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous.
How do you know I'm
Do you
here?
have a moment?
What is it?
You're
What have you
blind.
and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin, and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
So we've somehow convinced...
We don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
So we somehow
These braziers
convinced...
grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Confringo!
That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue. Something's happening.
There we
I
go.
hope we're ready for this.
The journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Repairers. Ominous. Your family was here. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
Revelio.
Must be the voice I hear. The voice is...
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards.
I don't really care, do
I
I?
haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the 2 of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the 2 of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way
Lumos.
forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely.
Revelio.
For clues.
Right. All I need to know is I want to find...
Confringo! The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
Yeah, attack me.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this
Open.
easy.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself.
Lumos.
But you got to it first.
I mean, I knew it already. I just didn't know what the symbols were.
Confringo. Lumos.
Right.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Confringo!
Lumos!
Right, a bullhead and rectangle.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
That's running the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was
Right,
rewards.
fish,
Keep going.
triangle.
Lumos.
Another welcoming sword, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Lumos.
Where are they?
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again!
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Lumos.
This is the final note. Yes, yes, yes. Right. Noctua Gaunts, note 1 of 5. I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realise. I've written to my brother. He now knows how I access the corridor's entrance, and that there's no straight path to reach the scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy together. Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I'm a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctua Gaunt. I failed the dial, and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to our old traditions. This scriptorium must have proof that there is more to our legacy than meets the eye. Noctua Gaunt. Extraordinary! This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it. Noctua Gaunt. And then we have the final letter. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard the scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I've no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death, despite our differences. I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. Noctua Gaunt.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open.
Exactly.
That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck. Wish we
Lumos.
had some liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all
That is true.
If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
Well, we're gonna die if you don't cast it.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the Cruciatus curse, but you must cast it on me.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Oh yes! My first unforgivable curse. There we go.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Sergei Petrov, the Russian student, can handle it, mate. Even if he does seem like he's suffering, he's not actually suffering.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Revelio.
I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own. That he understood why the Calibro student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggle-borns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thought he had not yet put voice to. I tired of the discord and could no longer bear witness to the corridors, full of inept children, masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought, one who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy. And I'm guessing this is like a note. Salazar Slytherin's diary entry. Was there anything else? No, nothing other than the Slytherin spellbook.
Revelio.
Oh, in fact, change Crucio. Yeah.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something?
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you.
Revelio.
Both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Right, let's leave. Back to the Slytherin dungeons.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Oh, come on, Ominous, you party pooper.
Ominous, about your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Right.
Descendo. Flipendo. Crisis.
So yeah, we have technically finished this diamond. Though, in this diamond, we have all 3 unforgivable curses and a cursed spell, aka Flipendo. The Dark Arts talents. Right. The Lost Child, I think, would be nice. Low Rogsfield, okay, there we go.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
You are here. Good.
And the reason I left was because of this.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
Where could Archie have gone?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow.
I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
This is a bit...
I don't mean to be grim, but could Harlow have taken him?
Archie's satchel is missing, so he may have left on his own. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Harlow?
He's Victor Rookwood's second in command. A miserable, awful creature. Vicious and murderous.
Okay.
What reason would Harlow have to kill your husband?
My husband had been looking into Harlow's dealings and discovered some of what he's been up to. I begged him to leave it alone, but he was convinced that...
We'll find your son, Mrs. Pickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do?
Damn, she is dramatic.
Please do not worry, Mrs. Pickle. We will bring Archie home.
What am I doing? I am not sure. Right, find Archie's hideout.
When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Pickle. He had been doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late.
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow.
Revelio.
You need something more. This must be little Archie's hideout that Mrs. Pickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Pickle! He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way. I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope...
Revelio!
Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly. Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Potato!
Oh, yes!
Stupefy! Stupefy!
Oh man, I love...
Flipendo! Descendo! Glacius!
I hope
Revelio.
Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack. We should look around.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again. Archie went this way. I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for
Revelio.
pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way I can imagine. fork in the road. We will need Revelio again. Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
Accio! Incendio!
Thestrals. They are
Accio!
beautiful, are they not?
Leviosa! You can see Thestrals too.
I witnessed death
Accio! Leviosa!
So my first Thestral shot me the doctor. I found comfort in it. It was so deep. I think those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died. My mother was away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways.
Accio! Leviosa!
In other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss him.
My father was a wonderful man. Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
There we go.
I understand. They have Archie. Be on your guard. There can be no mistakes.
Man, I love combos.
I did not expect this tent to be so large on the inside. That complicates things a little. Hush now.
You don't think he saw it happen, do you? He... What was that sound?
Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
Sorry.
We need to get this open. Aloha, Mora.
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it. But first we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
You wouldn't have
You're
it
so
any other way,
small.
Archie. Now let's get you home. We know a safe way back.
Archie! You're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's friends are in danger. I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabe. Mr. Filbert. And I think they also said Otto's name.
Oh, I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
It may be too late for that. I'm afraid Harlow's already after us.
Then you needn't anger him further. I assure you, the threat could be a lot worse.
Oh, come on, I can defeat Harlow
keep your distance.
in 1
I'm
second.
sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other. I must learn more about Mr. Bickle's friends and why Harlow is after them. You'll be hearing from me as soon as I know something. Thank you for your help today.
Okay, right. The plight of the house elf.
This looks intriguing. This must be Tobbs's cave. I suppose I should head inside.
Then after this, we're obviously gonna...
Incendio! Tobbs? Tobbs? Deep sent me. Are you in here? Stupefy. Defender. Potato. Stupefy. Descendo. Stupefy. Glacius. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Accio. Levioso. Confringo. Defendo. Flipendo, Descendo, Glacius, Incendo. It looks as if Tobbs was here some time ago. Must have headed deeper into the cave. Flipendo, Descendo.
Never mind.
Lumos. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Flipendo, Descendo. Glacier. Stupefy. Incendio. Stupefy. Incendio. Protego.
Right, there we go. Oh god. Right, where do we go? Where do we go? We're here searching for Tobbs. But I wonder where is Tobbs? Oh god.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Glacius. Incendio. Stupefy. Flipendo. Descendo. Incendio.
Right, Tobbs. Oh god, no. Lucio! But why him? Out of all things. Why this? Ay, 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 ay.
Confring Potato! Stupefy! Confringo! Defendo!
No! No!
Stupefy! Descendo! Stupefy! Glacius!
I know I... There we go, finally then.
Descendo! Glacius! Incendio! Flipendo!
Oh, we killed that Acromantula barely.
Confringo!
We barely killed that Acromantula. I mean, at least we killed it.
Oh no. I have a feeling that house elf is Tobbs.
Master, if you find Tobbs' body, the big spider was too much. Tobbs has failed you and deserves this punishment. Tobb feels weak, sleepy. Tobbs must.
Poor Tobbs. Left here alone with the spiders.
Right, I need to somehow retrace my steps and get back. Which I doubt is going to be possible. Right, we need to somehow make it out. Which is going to be difficult, really difficult.
Confringo, defender.
God, sorry guys.
Confringo.
Oh, we're back. My God, we're not gonna get anywhere. Right, I need to retrace my steps on where we came out of, came in from.
Revelio. That didn't sound particularly reassuring.
I can't get back up. Huh. Spider-Fang, is that really my first time getting Spider-Fang as a collector? Doubt that. My God. Right, I think it's this way. Oh no. This is the passageway where... Oh my God. If I can't go there... Well, I think I need to go to Tobbs. And then find like a different passageway. Well, we're back here again. And I doubt that we can really get anywhere. Oh my god. Have we found the passageway? Because this seems new. It is new, in fact.
That table looks familiar. Seems I'm back at the entrance to the cave. Tobbs's master is awful.
Oh, yes. There we go. We're out. We are out of the cave. Finally, thank fuck.
I'm back from the cave, Deke.
Wonderful. Deke hopes you gave Deke's best to Tobbs.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Deke, but Tobbs is gone. It seems he was unable to avoid the spiders in the end.
Oh my. Deke was afraid of this, alone in that cave for so long. Oh, poor Tobbs. Deke and Tobbs once shared the same master. When he died, we were separated. Deke always wished Tobbs had been sent to Hogwarts too. Deke feels lucky to serve such kind witches and wizards like you. Deke will miss his friend dearly, and will raise a glass to him with a heavy heart.
I'm truly sorry about your friend, Deke.
Thank you. You are very kind. Deke could use some time alone to think, if that's all right.
Well, there we go. Well, I mean, there we go. Right, there we go. You know what? No. Right, we have to go to the map chamber for the next quest. That's some good water, that. Hello.
You would be wise not to underestimate this student. Their aptitude for magic is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been teaching a long time.
It is a joy to have such a student.
It can be.
There you are.
I received your owl. I was able to speak with Lodgok, the goblin I mentioned before.
What did you learn?
He and Ranrock were close once, but they had a falling out.
You believe he can be trusted?
I believe he's trustworthy, yes. He seemed sincere, and Serona Ryan trusts him.
Very well. Supposing he can be trusted, will he help us get to Ranrock?
I retrieved a stolen helm. He hopes to return to Ranrock in order to regain his confidence.
You have been busy. Let's hope your efforts result in our learning something about Ranrock's plans.
Lodgok did mention that Ranrock is searching for something, but he couldn't say what. Perhaps that helm will yield some answers.
Ranrock is searching for something. I feared as much. I've heard an unusual amount of activity, goblins and wizards, I surmise, when visiting my portrait at my castle.
Rookwood Castle?
My former residence, yes. That castle is also the location of your next trial.
You didn't see anything? Speak with anyone?
I did not. In fact, I did not make myself known. I only recently returned there, and did not recognize, nor trust, anyone that I heard. I stayed out of sight, so as not to tempt my portrait's destruction.
I'm sorry to tell you that Victor Rookwood, evidently your descendant, is a dark wizard in league with Ranrock.
My descendant? A dark wizard? I'm afraid we've no time to waste. Despite the obstacles that clearly await you, you must get to Rookwood Castle immediately. Not only is it the location of the next trial, it is home to a source of power that would be devastating in the wrong hands. I do wish we had the luxury of time. However, I do not doubt your abilities. Find my portrait there as soon as you can.
Very well, sir. I'm on my way.
Best of luck.
No time to waste. I'll meet you at Rookwood Castle.
Right, okay. Back on the path indeed. It's not giving us XP because right, Rookwood Castle, did he say? Interesting, where is Rookwood Castle? I mean, I guess we'll find out once, yeah, Charles Rookwood's trial. Which is where? So it's down south, next to Feldcroft. In fact, that isn't that bad as I'd hoped.
What are you up to now?
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Over here!
What's going on here?
Professor Rookwood was right. The place is crawling with Victor Rookwood's lot and Ranrock's loyalists. They're working together, all right, but it is not a friendly alliance. I'm sure you'll agree that we need to find a way in other than the front gate. Let's go.
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're in...
Which child?
Petrov is to tell us.
Eventually we may get the right one.
Cool. Sounds like a lot of work. Perhaps we just tell him we looked. Well, if he asks.
It does sound easier. Let's do that.
Someone. You can't stop Ranrock's rebellion! Ooh, this shouldn't take long. Let the ball go!
Accio! Protego! Stupefy! Flipendo! Descendo!
I won't rest until...
Glacius! Incendio!
Ah, up there.
You know what? Petrificus Totalis Mastery. Only reason we need that is because of
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
inconveniences like this.
Levioso!
If I'd known your plan was to dig up half the country...
I wouldn't have to dig if you could simply manage to bring me the child.
We wouldn't need the child if you hadn't sent a dragon to retrieve the container I spent months and countless ministry favors tracking.
You let them board the carriage. My options were limited once I knew it would be inconveniently beyond my reach of that infernal school.
Have you not acquired enough power here? I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
Okay.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for stores of magic.
And Ranrock knows about the Keepers.
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle.
Any special words you want me to pass on to your mum?
Yeah.
Flash of inspiration. A lamb to the source.
Arresto momentum.
Hardly built. Suffering, do ya?
Protego. Expelliarmus.
Look what you've done. You pay for that.
Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus.
This doesn't...
Protego. Accio. Confringo.
You having the knacker?
The Pulsar.
Tell you when I get down from here. What's on the ground now?
No one takes one of my own and lives.
Time to stop.
You made a great mistake.
Confringo. Defendo. Accio.
You're going to regret that.
Flipendo, descendo.
No,
Right, okay, we've entered Rookwood Castle.
I suppose that's the quick way down.
Right.
Confringo, Defendo, Revelio.
Is there something to those symbols on the walls?
Yeah,
There is. I've seen symbols like these before. I need to find all of them, then cast at them quickly in succession.
Goblin tracks. They're a step ahead of us. Let's see where they lead.
They lead
This
here.
must be it. The store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever it is, we need to find it before they do. Where is that portrait?
Revelio.
Right, where is Charles Rookwood?
I heard
There
something.
he is.
I was hoping that was you.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No. Things are more dire than I could have imagined. If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned. It cannot be.
And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
Sir, surely I've proven myself. In light of what's happened, perhaps you should tell me everything now.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully understood. The trials will ensure that. Power without knowledge is dangerous indeed. In the wrong hands, we will simply have to outwit Ranrock and my unfortunate namesake.
Very well, Professor. Tell me where I need to go.
I shall reveal the path. Professor Fig must leave you now.
Right, goodbye then, Professor. See you later, Professor Fig.
I would join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
Right, the second trial. This is obviously going to be more painful as the first one.
Leviosa. Accio.
Oh, nice.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, the most important thing is this.
Leviosa.
Which I need to get on. There we go. Sergei Petrov has finished the first part. Man, these stairs are weird.
That pillar is blocking the path. I'll need to move it. Depulso! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
There we go. When you think the trials are easier than you think. Oh, wrong one.
Glacier! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defender! Leviosa! Depulso! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Stupefy! Confringo! Accio! Defender! Leviosa! Capulso!
Something about changing ways.
I believe I need to proceed to the left here, but how?
If I go here. Ah, there we go. Move it out of the way before anything. Oh God.
Accio! There's a pillar here, but no ledge near it. How
Why is there nothing?
Confringo! Defender! Glacier! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Defender! Descender! Incendio.
Well, there we go. Oh, this is trippy. Fight.
Protego. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Accio. Glacis. Incendio.
Okay, right. What do I do here then? No, I'm literally stuck. What the fuck do I do?
Accio.
First.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, there we go. Nice. I need to somehow think opposite.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Right, so that means I can't enter. It's like there's something blocking me, but I can't help. In the way of it.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I need to use tactic. The hell? I like to exit because now I can't see what I'm supposed to see. Now, if I touch that there, Oh my!
Wingardium Leviosa.
We've cheated the system, haven't we? This isn't what I'm supposed to see, though. I thought...
Leviosa.
Okay, right. Yeah, look. If I look through here. It should be. How? Wait a minute, what am I even supposed to do?
Expelliarmus. Incendium.
We have to now redo this because
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Bloody hell, this is confusing.
Leviosa.
Right, so yeah, we've got that. Right, there we go, we made it here. After that, we made it here.
Reparo.
I think we made it, though I'm... Oh. Is this the pensive guardian fight? Oh no. Oh fuck.
Protego, Glacius, Incendio. Flipendo, Descendo. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defender!
Concentration.
Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Arrest all the weapons. Potato. Stupefy. Glacius. Incendious.
Dead. Gone.
What a relief. Revelio.
No noble chests. Okay. Let's see. Charles Rookwood's memories.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isidore's travels.
Do come in.
Right, so
Please,
we've
have a
entered
seat.
Isidora's house.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora.
So yeah, she took his pain.
What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Yeah, that's the dark magic. That's the problem. That's the dark magic. So yeah, we're back at the map chamber now.
You're back.
I am
And
indeed.
in one piece, no less.
Speak to Percival, okay.
It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
What was the glowing strand that Isadora pulled from her father's chest?
It was pain.
Yeah,
You will understand more about her actions as you complete the trials.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
Neve is a weird name, I can't lie, Neve. Irish, I think.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
It's going to be the
Trust
headmaster's
your
office.
judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Well,
of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor. I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
Okay. Quest done. It's winter. I think there's a new season every trial. I think that's how it works. Well, it's winter now. Best do with what we can. In fact, I might as well read our post. My favourite pupil, well, thank you for addressing me as that. Nothing really I would like to do, honestly.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon?
Professor Howland's assignment, we get to learn Bombarda.
To do with you.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Okay, well, Okay, let's continue and get this assignment finished. Acquire a Diricor. Hippogriff Den. Unicorn Den, no. Giant purple toad Den, there we go. Right. So all I need is a knapsack. Wait. Okay, all I need is a giant purple toad and a well, there we go, that's all set for.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
And, is this where we can find a Diricor? Okay. The worst thing about Diricors, or as Muggles say, dodos, they tend to disappear whenever they sense danger. So it'll be difficult to get one of them.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not. Assignment's all finished. Confringo.
Oh, nice.
Revelio.
Oh, do you know what? I really couldn't be arsed. Right, let's get to Beasts class.
Excellent.
Spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Nice.
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now,
And I really
this spell
want
comes
to learn
with a
it.
caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
There we go, Bombarda learned. Get him.
Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Right. In the shadow of the discovery. I guess that means that we need to right, we're gonna go to the Undercroft right now to meet Sebastian Sallow. Because apparently he's got something to do with Salazar Slytherin's spellbook.
You'll never believe what
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time.
I mean, it was
He
over
believed
1,000
students
years
should be
ago.
prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it.
I understand.
That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard
Bombarda!
You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my
Rebellion.
way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope
This is the
Sebastian
thing with
pursues
Ominous.
this no further.
Fuck dark
But if you think he
magic,
might,
use
please
it.
let me know. It would mean a lot.
Foul of the Dead.
Bear a moment. Deke has an...
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Oh man, I love winter. This chapter is probably going to be one of the best. Female thestral.
Leviosa!
Oh wait, no.
Going to hurt you.
Right, there we go. That's that done. Right, Hogsmeade.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
Right, Hogwarts. Back to Deke we go.
I've rescued the thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent! Now, to breed your thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
In a nice dark vivarium.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Right, okay. male, female. Choose a species. That. There we go. Right, let's go and do fire and vice, and then after that, come back to here. Then after that, come back to the room of requirement to tell Deke that I conjured the that I bred the Festrals.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Right, I'm back.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio.
Hey, what is
Why
that?
wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I would say that Iredale is not appropriately named.
Trafficus totalis. Middle table. Glabella. Descend.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Reparo in an odd way. Poacher tents.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. but be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
I accidentally cast the spell, even though I didn't want to.
Bombarder.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us? It's Totalis.
Nothing. Would have preferred something.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her, shall we?
Right, okay then. Let's go.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
This must be a few galleons. Only 11? That looks like way more. Can I?
Hello, Hamura.
There we go. Right.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact! You're the one we're looking for, and you were afraid.
You've made a mistake.
Like to put the dragons, do you?
Rat this out, don't get it necessary. Number of wine coming. Places.
Expelliarmus! Arrest the momentum.
Miserable weed.
Oh god. Right, let's retry then.
Alright, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Someone messing about? Is that you, Royland? Would you not just put it down? Let me have that.
Repender! Repulsor!
Let me have
Stop that.
Repender! Descender! Accio!
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you?
You're afraid.
Right, round 2.
Stop right there. Shall we finish from the start? Outstanding little things.
Let me have some.
Blow, shall we? Barely felt anything at all. You up.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Right, there we go.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Right, so he eats the poacher executioner, aka a very hefty, dangerous opponent. We use Protego at the right times though.
Incendio! This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Right. Do you think the poachers will retaliate?
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Man, I already have probably one of the biggest targets ever.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
See you back at the castle, Poppy. Right, Foal of the Dead. Secret rooms, the room of requirement. Hope.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed
finally.
the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Revelio.
How long? Oh, we've got 10 minutes. Shit. That won't really prove helpful, won't it? That won't really prove helpful, will it? Right, underground harbour. Which is like the viaduct courtyard or something. God.
So this is the underground harbour. The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social. Revelio.
There we go, I've got it. Fucking hell. I'm a Ravenclaw, say hello to me.
Arresto momentum.
Well, it's there.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature
Golden
was used in a game of Quidditch?
Snidget.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269
Blah, blah,
by a
blah,
wizard
blah,
named
blah,
Barbarous
blah,
Bragg.
blah.
Sadly, they're thought to be extinct.
Well, they're not
Next
extinct.
question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows
Blah, blah,
consists
blah,
of the
blah,
Elder
blah,
Wand,
blah, blah.
the Resurrection Stone,
Yeah, I
and the
know
Cloak
already.
of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Quaffle.
The Quaffle.
That's right! When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Revelio.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Oh wait, it works. This charger works, so...
Professor
Right.
Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Want to test your knowledge on some more difficult questions?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement.
Blah,
Which
blah, blah, blah,
dragon
blah.
breed is the smallest?
The Ukrainian Iron Belly.
The Ukrainian Iron Belly.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth. Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's right! It is believed
I am
that
a
Hengist
legend.
used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A rune spore.
A rune spore.
That's incorrect. The answer was a demiguise. While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Letherfold?
The Patronus Charm.
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Gamp.
Gamp.
That's it. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law
I am
is that food cannot be conjured,
so good at this.
though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Look before you leap.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping dragon.
What?
In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
This better be the rune
The
spore.
rune spore.
That's right! According to parcel mouths, each of the rune spore's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
North America. Wait.
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school
Yes.
was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia
I
smells
am
differently to every
actually-
person, according to what they find attractive.
I'm too good.
Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
I'm ready.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge.
I'm a
Emeric
Ravenclaw
the
like
Evil
you,
was
okay?
killed in a duel against whom?
Egbert the Egregious.
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emeric gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Blatching.
Blatching.
The answer was actually haversacking.
Oh, come on.
Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when 2 chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a 3rd chaser can score. A bite from a mackled Malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Webbed feet.
Webbed feet.
No, the answer was bad luck. Native to the
I
European
drew-
coastline, the effects of a Malaclaw's bite can last up to a week.
Oh,
What plant excretes stink sap?
Booby tuber. Sepphoris bean.
Sopophorus bean.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus
Blah, blah, blah,
mimbletonia.
blah.
The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linfred of Stinchcombe. Or wait, no, Basil Flack.
Basil Flack.
That's incorrect. The answer was Linfred.
I had it!
Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linfred's previous work to create the Pepper Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
I don't even know this. His wand?
His wand.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper.
I'm so
the
bad.
stone was created by Beedle the Bard, but there are a few
Beetle the
versions.
Bard.
I won't say what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
This is North America.
North America.
That's right. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Orkney and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless.
What the
Three
fuck?
witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. Ah, it's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Right, we've answered them questions. Now let's go to Transfiguration.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, in fact, let me use my talent points. Crucio Mastery. I can already tell that this charger ain't working as well as I'd hoped. I'm gonna first, for it to actually charge, I'm gonna right. Charger. Right, don't worry, don't worry. There we go, it now should be charging. Like, fully. Okay, right. Please tell me that this is day. Fuck's sake.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about
Finally.
what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Okay.
Beautiful. Oh, hello.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight.
Okay.
Now, you all know what to do.
I guess. We are finally learning the final spell that we need to learn. Transfiguration. There we go. We've learned it. Oh my god. Why is it giving me these problems?
I hate to... Beautifully done.
Can we meet at 3 broomsticks? It may finally be safe. Rescue the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Who would have thought someone as...
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course,
yes.
The guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs.
Yes, it's
I'll
still
provide a final
winter.
assessment at that time to ensure
So
that you're
it's
ready
still
for your
December.
exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just... Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Defender!
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need. Bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Who would have thought someone as young as me? Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. It's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Did not let me damage it. The hell?
Accio! Confringo! Defender!
What the hell is this?
Levioso! Accio! Glacius!
Right, so right. Agreement V. Okay, right. So the Thestral has been bred. That's all I needed to know. Wherever it is. Oh, come on, can I finally, please, 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 please. Be all man, what?
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
Your master got what he deserved.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Right, so that's Fall of the Dead complete. Right, Mum's the word. And then, after we do Mum's the word, I think we should end this episode and wait till tomorrow.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. Much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality.
Well, no.
My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle.
The animagus form is determined by their... It's determined by their Patronus.
adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Right then. That's that done. I'll change to Resto Momentum for now because the transfiguration spell is useless for now. And well, let's right, this is the end of this episode. I will see you guys later.